you're deep in thought? Hello? I said you're deep in thought.
Yeah, I'm observing.
Observing what?
I'm just looking at all these people passing by. You know, every one of them is making a statement, saying something about themselves.
You mean about their personalities?
Maybe. But more about how they want us to see them. Gotta dress for the occasion, Mars. I can just picture Mars and all set for the Sydney Olympics.
Look at Martin. I think he thinks he's a bit of a Linford Christie.
I don't fancy her as a boss, though.
There he goes, businessman of the year. You'll keep the company, right?
What does she look like?
Thinks he's tough. T-U-F-F. It's not just clothes that make the image of a person.
It's the way people walk, sit, stand.
Dress and body language go together.
Hey, look over there. What does a uniform tell you about a person?
Well, for one thing, it makes them stand out from the crowd. And for another, it means we can expect some kind of service or help.
Yeah, but it gives the person some kind of authority.
Yeah, and it shows they're in control. Can you imagine a traffic warden patrolling in her underwear?
Or a policeman with nothing on at all.
Ooh, Martin.
Oh, look at that girl. Isn't she sexy?
Look at that guy. Isn't he sexy?
Him? Why do you think he's sexy?
It's the way he's smiling, the way he carries himself. I like his confidence, but it's not too much. Anyway, why do you think the girl's sexy?
It's the way she was walking that caught my attention. I mean, look, she isn't just walking, is she? She's swinging. No, flowing.
Flowing? She's deliberately seeking attention.
Well, if that's what she's doing, she's certainly got mine. I'm not of the guy you met her. Ah, she's good looking though, isn't she, eh? The hair, legs, knees.
Her knees? You haven't managed to inspect her teeth as well, have you? Anyway, where did you get your ideas about what was sexy?
My ideas? How are they different from yours? You didn't suggest you fancied that guy for his mind or personality.
Okay, I'll admit it. I've fallen into the same trap. But people have different ideas about what's sexually attractive. My mum never misses a film with Paul Newman, or better still, Harrison Ford.
I wonder if everyone has fantasies like teenagers.
I really fancy Richard Gere. He's got a gorgeous body and he's got such sexy eyes.
I fancy Bobby Ewing from Dallas. I think he's very handsome.
If you'd have asked me that question 10 years ago, I would have said Clint Eastwood. But he's a bit wrinkly now. He's losing his charm, so it's got to be Kevin Costner.
Sharon Stone would be probably one of my favourites at the moment. Just very desirable, sexy, just oozes it.
Denzel Washington would be my ideal man. He actually makes my toes curl.
It doesn't matter how old people are. They all seem to fantasize in the same way. Do you think each generation learns it from the one before?
I don't know. There must be more to it than that, Mars. It must be in our nature from hundreds of generations back. We're not so different from these, you know.
You're speaking for yourself, of course. No, I know what you mean, though. We must have some kind of animal instinct. It must be instinctive for males and females to be attracted to each other. Otherwise, they wouldn't mate and have babies.
She's right. They must have some way of letting each other know they're interested. Sometimes the female takes the lead. In baboons, the female shows a bottom to let the male know she's willing to mate. Whereas with birds, it's the male who struts around and makes the noises.
Typical male. Isn't aggression part of the mating game too?
Yeah, for example, stags sort themselves out. And the strongest at the time mates with the females.
Poor females. They don't have much of a choice.
Afraid not. But the females will only mate when they are ready. And they let the male know this. Anyway, apart from this natural instinct to be attracted to the opposite sex, we must pick up ideas about what is sexually attractive.
Yeah, I think we pick up a lot of ideas from our friends in particular. But I guess from our folks as well.
And from TV and magazines.
I get my ideas from about what is sexy from TV soaps like Neighbours, Home and Away.
Talking to my friends and by sometimes when you're walking in the streets and you see somebody who's really nice.
TV, because you see, like on a Bounty advert, you see a lady going about with hardly any clothes on and see top of her boobs and she's got big long legs and she looks really hot.
TV ads, like the Go Blend one, every new advert it seems to go out, it's got a sexy scene in it.
Good night.
Good night, Lucy.
We're supposed to be in New York.
I didn't like the coffee.
Golden roasted, richer, smoother, Nescafe Gold Blend.
I thought you might have joined me in New York.
Whatever gave you that idea?
This.
I get my ideas of what is sexy from magazines, films, and my friends.
Magazines and TV programmes.
Page 3 girls.
Friends and commercials.
Once in a while, you find a hotel that is everything you could ask for. Thienston House Hotel and Country Club.
In fact, we pick up a lot of things without realising it.
You don't have to look hard to find sexy images, do you? Hey, look at these magazines, Mars. You know, designers make covers like these because they know that readers like to see images of glamorous women. People do use sex to sell things.
Yeah, I think it's all a fantasy. I mean, people can't look glamorous 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I suppose. Marcelly, something's beginning to dawn on me.
Uh-huh. You're going to share it with me?
I think we've been mixing up two different ideas. Right, one is about being sexually attractive. Now, everyone is sexually attracted to somebody somewhere. Like the birds and the bees, it's in our nature.
Mm-hmm. And the other?
It's about deliberately seeking somebody's attention for sexual reasons, either to start a relationship or keep it going.
Yeah, but you've got to decide when the time is right for you to impress that special guy. Sometimes you can look your very best and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I've really fancied someone in my life before and they rejected me and you feel horrible. You just feel like you can't handle it and that.
You immediately think, what have I done wrong?
I feel like crying all the time. Like the world's coming to an end.
When you're rejected, you feel very depressed and down, and you feel like part of you is missing.
It really imbalances you and damages your self-confidence, so you don't feel very good about yourself, and you become short with people, and you feel like you're very worthless.
And you felt really angry and annoyed that you weren't good enough for them. I felt like taking my anger out on someone else.
I go and eat a lot of stuff and make a fool of myself. And I cry to my friends and I moan to my friends, but then I just go and fancy someone else.
Seems like the end of the world when you go through that awful feeling of not being wanted.
I'd like to just forget about it as other girls and just come out and have a laugh. Just go out places, not be in the house all the time.
You always learn from that mistake. An experience that makes you look that little bit wiser.
There's going to be other times in their life when it's going to happen and they need to learn to get over it.
I think there's plenty more boys they can ask out, and they should just go out and enjoy themselves. If you don't go out with your friends, then you're going to lose friends over it, and there's no use losing friends just because you've been rejected.
I think when somebody doesn't want to get to know you like you want to get to know them, it's quite disappointing, but you get over it in the end, because it happens to everybody.
Now I can just like laugh at it because I fancy someone else now.
You see, Marcelly, you get over these things. You learn a lot about other people and about yourself.
So what have you learned about other people?
Well, one thing I've noticed, is that everybody encourages you to get closer to the opposite sex. Get a girlfriend or a boyfriend, you know. Look, show any interest in a girl, and your mates try and get you together. They might even push you physically, and you might not object to that. But if you do start going out with her, they change the tune. They start slagging you.
He'd better watch himself, though, eh?
I know. Getting a bit serious, huh?
I straight out with that Graham lad, you know what happens? What happens? Oh, aye. Remember that?
Oh, well, I don't know what she sees in him.
I know what you mean. My mum is forever saying one thing and meaning a totally different thing. She always getting on at me to get a boyfriend.
Yeah?
Yeah, and then George started hanging about outside my house to walk me to college.
George Clark? I didn't know that.
Oh, no, there was absolutely nothing in it. But then one day he asked me out to the student union. My mum went bonkers.
Too much of that boy. What about Janet and Alison? Have you stopped going out with them, eh? And what about your homework? I bet that
Yeah, I don't know, you can't win, can you?
No, but let's face it, Martin. If you start spending a lot of time with a girlfriend, it's going to affect your friends and other people. They're going to miss you.
Miss me? I wouldn't be going anywhere.
I know, but maybe it's just a way of saying, take it easy, don't expect too much. Give the friendship a time to develop. And then they'll start warning you about consequences too.
Eh?
Well, you know the kinds of things people say. Don't get carried away with excitement. Don't let your emotions get the better of you. Could get out of control.
Oh, getting the girl pregnant. Oh, that'd be the last thing on my mind. It just wouldn't do it, Marcel.
Oh, I believe you. And so will they. But it won't stop them from worrying.
When a friend enters a serious relationship, I'd worry about not seeing them as much. I'd also worry about sex, if they weren't practicing safe sex.
I'll worry about his or her emotional stability, and I'll be concerned about the wisdom of the whole thing.
I think my main worry would be that they might get hurt in some way, whether it's emotional or physical.
I'd be worried that the friend got lost in that relationship and wouldn't listen to advice from friends. And also I'd be worried the friend was going to be hurt.
If one of my friends was going to start up a serious relationship, especially a homosexual relationship, I'd be especially worried about practicing safe sex and my friend's emotional state.
I would be concerned that my daughter would feel pressurised by her friends to get involved in something that she wasn't quite ready for.
I'd worry that I'd lose a friend, but I'd be happy for them if they were happy.
I would worry about their emotional stability, how they would cope with this relationship, how they would treat their partner and how their partner would treat them.
My main worry would be for their future educationally, going to university, that would affect this, that they would decide that they were going to leave school and give it all up just for this relationship, not really knowing how far it was going to go.
Okay, I can see how parents and teachers are concerned about us.
It's not just teachers and parents. Our decisions affect our friends as well.
That's right, you can mess up friendships, hurt other people. You know, bad decisions can bring a lot of sadness.
Oh, come on. Let's just try and make the right ones.
Well, Mars, if you help me,
I'll help you.
Cheers.